asking for me to set you a bond. I don't know. I have to get to know you to see whether it would be a good idea to give you a bond because I got a lot of people here that are dangerous to my community and I don't want to, put anybody else in harm's way. I got to know that if I give you a bond that you're actually going to go back, not become a danger. So we got to get to know you in the short time that we have. Tell me about it.
Yes, just one from Lincoln County, Wyoming for 3 counts of burglary, 3 counts of theft and property destruction. As opposed to a bond. While it was issued on February 26th of this year, he has some significant criminal history that we're concerned of. First off, he's actually currently on federal probation for a charge of stealing imported interstate shipped weapons from a licensed importer manufacturer. He, as the court also knows, he had a evading motor vehicle in 2021. In that case, he accelerated for the stop signs, lost control of the vehicle, and hit a concrete barrier, and continued to drive and crash into a townhouse wall and fence. And then he continued to flee on foot in that case. He picked up that evading while he was on bond for a theft of a firearm and for a deferred PCS in our court. Looking at the facts of the theft of the firearm, it did resemble facts more similar to a burglary in that case. For these reasons, the state would be concerned about getting involved.
You said he has 3 counts of burglary out of Wyoming?
Yeah.
Are they 3 separate transactions? Are they all one matter? Right, but is it one transaction in and of itself? Is it 3 different days where we have 3 different burglaries? I guess, is it one criminal episode versus multiple?
All right, let's roll. The judge kicks things off by asking the defendant a very important life decision. Chavez or Chavez? Basically, tell me how to say your name before I decide your fate. Judge says he might consider giving a bond, but only if he believes this guy won't vanish into thin air and start a new season of chaos. Then the prosecutor steps up with a criminal history list long enough to wrap around the courthouse. We're talking 3 burglaries, 3 thefts, property destruction, and federal probation for stealing weapons. Not candy, not batteries. Weapons. Then boom. We rewind to 2021 for a fast and furious recap. Blows through stop signs, smacks into concrete, slams into a townhouse, takes off running. This dude was living like GTA with no respawns. Judge is trying to figure out if all these burglaries were one mega night of terrible decisions or 3 separate adventures. Spoiler. Doesn't matter. Still bad.
It looks like they're one criminal episode and they all list the same date. I will also note, we had another fugitive on our docket a couple days ago, right? That had the exact same charge there as well. So I also think there's also another co-defendant.
Oh, we had a co-defendant. We didn't give the person a bond, did we?
No, I think that's.
That person was on federal probation too.
That I don't know.
Please.
Judge, so criminal history, that's
No bueno.
it's no bueno. This is a fugitive case, Judge. He's on federal probation. Yes, we threw that out there. He's on federal probation. He was picked up at federal probation, so he's complying with the requirements of his federal probation. Picked up there. Technically, I will say this, Judge. Talking about another co-defendant, I mean, that's got relevance on my client. He is his own
I agree
person.
with you. I agree.
So the biggest thing here is when this charge was filed. It was filed February 26th of 2025. We are in March 12th. He hasn't had an opportunity to go over there to Wyoming. This was just placed, and he's asking for an opportunity to go turn himself in, especially after he's been complying with his requisites of showing up where he needs to be. He was picked up at his probation that same day. So that being the case, I know it sounds bad that he gets burglary ×3, theft ×3, but he is presumed innocent. He hasn't missed a chance. We have no failure to appear, sounds like. And so we're asking for an opportunity for him to turn himself in.
Do you know when he got on federal probation?
2024, just the end of last year.
Prosecutor says, yeah, Judge, it's basically one giant messy episode. Not sure if that makes anything better. Judge calls his criminal record no bueno. Translation: my dude, you're in trouble. Defense attorney jumps in like, okay, but he's been showing up to probation.
He's trying.
He's innocent till proven guilty. He just needs a chance to turn himself in. They're basically saying, yes, the charges look like an all-you-can-eat crime buffet, but hey, he at least shows up to court. Judge sneezes. Defense says, bless you. Probably the friendliest moment in the whole hearing.
October.
Let's go through your stuff. Since 2019, carrying a handgun in a motor vehicle, possession of a controlled substance, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, possession of marijuana, theft of a firearm, evading in a motor vehicle, unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, federal probation for what?
Stealing imported interstate shipping weapons from license at the border manufacturer.
And now 3 burglaries, 3 thefts, 3 property destructions from one property destruction from Wyoming. And you want me to give you a bond?
Yes.
No. The bill comes due. You scare me. If I give you a bond, my fear is that you will pick up another case. The only thing I like is public safety. And I give bonds on fugitive cases all the time when I have a feeling that they're not going to endanger my public. But since 2019, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 federal probation, 9, 10, 11 are here, and I don't even know what other criminal history has in other jurisdictions. Anything else in other jurisdictions?
Fort Bend, what's this? Yeah, Fort Bend had a theft of property conviction from 2021.
Sorry, dude. Way too much baggage.
Judge, would you consider any amount for a bond?
No, he's too dangerous, man. So on federal probation, now he has 3 new cases. Just, sorry, man. You're too dangerous.
The judge flips open this guy's criminal history like it's the intro to a Netflix true crime series. 2019 to now. Weapons, drugs, assaults, running from police, stealing guns, taking unauthorized vehicles, and now the Wyoming triple combo: burglary, theft, property destruction. Judge looks at him like, and you seriously want me to give you bond? Defendant: yes. Judge: yet no. He makes it very clear. He thinks this guy will collect new charges like Pokemon cards. He even starts counting them like a parent listing all the stuff their kid ruined. Defense: Judge, what about any amount of bond? Judge: nope. Too risky. And boom, bond denied. Judge moves on like, next case before my blood pressure rises again.